What I did for Nas probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life.
Now, has Nas reached out to you?
You did. The last time he was in some shit like this where people were comparing is when him and Jay was beating on him.
Say that.
You heard? You did? Like, that, and I don't want to talk about other people's career, but let's just get to the semantics of it.
Have you spoken to Nas since the whole thing?
Nas.
Okay.
I don't know Nas to have a conversation with him. You don't have a conversation, we can have that too and shit like that. You dig? Like, I don't really care.
One thing I
about
did see you do, I've seen you do this in Say Less, I've seen you do this in the studio. You'll pull out the 100K and say, who won it? It's up. Who want to go?
100%. I ain't got 100 on me now. I got like 40, 50 on me.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's right. You can come get this right now, nigga.
Yo, top of the top, my good people. I believe Jim Jones seems to forget certain things, or he chooses to forget certain things. Like, everybody know good and damn well that Nas dropped King's Disease 1, 2, and 3. Not only Magic 1 through 3. That's enough to be mentioned and to be relevant. Nobody has ever dropped 6 years or 6 albums in 2 years, ever. So to say that nobody's ever done this for Nas, Nas ain't went viral, Nas wouldn't be mentioned since he battled Jay-Z is insane. There is no way Jim Jones thinks that him mentioning Nas or comparing himself to Nas has done more for Nas than him putting out 6 albums in 2 years. Now, as a true hip-hop head and somewhat of a historian, I can honestly tell you, I've listened to some of Jim Jones' albums. He's made some solid projects, but they're not in comparison to anything Nas has ever made. Now, if you want to compare the fact that prior to Nas working with Hit Boy, Nas picked some bad beats, yeah. So production-wise, I'll say Jim Jones had a better ear at the time. However, Nas also said that he did that on purpose so people could listen to what he's saying versus the beat. And since we're talking about just keeping bars off the table, because we know bar for bar, Jim Jones ain't touching Nas on his worst day, like I said before. But let's just talk about how the flow patterns. Jimmy raps like he's chasing the beat the majority of the time. Somebody get in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong about this. I'm not saying Jim can't make no good music, but I hate the way Jimmy raps. I be wanting to take his beat and rap over myself to do it the right way. However, outside of Jimmy picking better beats because Nas chooses to do what he does or with his production, you can't really say Jimmy has done anything better than Nas. I'm sorry. If you want to say, okay, for the internet kids, if y'all want to say that Jimmy's more relevant than Nas because Jimmy knows how to stay going viral, cool. Nas does not need to do that, my guys. I just want y'all to understand that Nas, the antics of Jim Jones don't have nothing to do with how Nas moves. He don't have to do these things at all. As you can see, Jimmy has to do this. And the people he need to be having this energy with, he don't have it with him. And it's fine. But I applaud Jimmy's confidence. If he really feel like he that guy, who am I to say, nah, you can't say that? I understand it. I'm a very confident man myself. But it's just certain things that I'm not gonna do. Because I believe in having confidence. I don't believe in having false confidence. That's all. But listen, get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. I think this whole situation is funny. I think Jimmy, for the most part, is smart by doing what he's doing to stay in people's comments or on being a topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? I think it's funny how he does that. Because Jimmy is up there in age, it just looks kind of off to me, just to me. But who am I? Get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Till next time, y'all. Indeed.